got family members, brothers and sisters, we've got children that are exposed to drugs. This drug cartel, which includes a group in Gauteng that's operating in Gauteng as their headquarters, are importing these drugs from abroad, South America in the main, through this port of Durban, amongst others, to Gauteng, and they process them in Gauteng, and from there they distribute this drug all over in the country as well as other countries. We've been involved with a lot of shooting incidents in KZN, especially at Inanda. As we're engaging with these youngsters, we're doing analysis and we're realizing, yes, they might be ill-disciplined kids, but their behavior is encouraged by the substance that they take. It gives them courage to kill, it gives them courage to rape, it gives them courage to murder. And if we take away this substance, they will become good citizens, they will become good kids. So therefore we need to get rid of drugs. Now we understand when we fight with the drug cartels that have controlled police generals, have controlled prosecution and judiciary.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's episode, I'm just going to briefly discuss the trending news on Twitter. Apparently, the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal is going to be arrested. These are just allegations, and it's IDEC who has a J51 warrant for the general of allegations linked to torture during arrest and interrogations. Well, this is not new because the Mozambican kingpin kidnapper Ismail Nanke laid charges against General Mkhwanazi and said he abused them, blah, blah, blah. And if I remember correctly, it was IPID that was busy with that investigation, not IDEC. And IDEC has no jurisdiction in investigating corrupt police officers. So now, who's heading that department? It's Winnie Mandela-led, Miss IDEC, Andrew Johnson. She has succeeded in laying a complaint against the suspended National Commissioner, General Fanema Semola. They stated it's just contravening of the Public Finance Management Act. This is the same department that arrested Dumisani Khumalo and his colleagues over HR matters. So President Cyril Ramaphosa should reconsider to restructure that department. They should be interrogated. We cannot have a rogue department because General Mkhwanazi has actually done a wonderful job. Remember that 6th of July press briefing. We now know that the cartels wanted to take over this country. We cannot be led by drug lords. It's high time we investigate Winnie Mandela-led. Investigate her qualifications, like investigate her performance. Wherever she used to work before IDEC, this woman doesn't have good intentions, I'm telling you. I mean, we've seen so many arrests after the Madlanga Commission was established. Though I cannot say I'm happy because Senzo Mchunu is still roaming around and he's still suspended, he's still earning salary, he's getting his salary like it's nobody's business. I think there's no solid evidence to nab this guy, Senzo Mchunu, because the courts deal with evidence. Whether we like it or not, if there's no evidence, then they'll have a weak case because Senzo Mchunu was linked with cartels and it disbanded the Political Killings Task Team. I don't think he can be criminally charged just because he disbanded a task team in the SAPS. Maybe we're talking about the HR matters again, but it cannot be the organization because ministers were talking about political parties. So maybe if there is a committee that can say, you know what, Senzo Mchunu, you need to step down, you need to be fired because you didn't do well. Basically, it's President Cyril Ramaphosa who has that power to dismiss Senzo Mchunu. He did so with Daloshe. Remember that granny who was busy chowing money with her daughter and getting SUVs from government using our taxpayers' money. She was dismissed. Why President Cyril Ramaphosa made that decision to dismiss that minister? I don't know why. If General Mkhwanazi is arrested, I'm definitely sure people will protest, and I'm not going to lie. People love General Tlamkwanasi. Then there will be those EFF minions who are always attacking whenever their boss says attack. They attack just like pit bulls on social media. You know, the EFF defenders, the likes of Sinao, Chira, and all those people on social media. I saw Julius Malema speaking on his podcast. He was interviewed by JJ Tabane. He said Mkhwanazi was just lying, blah, blah, blah. There's no evidence that prosecutors are corrupt, blah, blah, blah. I think people should stop voting for that party. EFF is not for you. Instead of encouraging General Tlamkwanasi for doing the great job, he's still criticizing him. Maybe he's scared that one day he'll be arrested. Anyways, he was given 5 years sentence. It's just that he has money. He was successful in appealing that judgment. But he'll end up in jail just like Fadael Adams. And we should really praise General Tlamkwanasi for the PKTT. PKTT has done wonderful job in Gauteng and in KwaZulu-Natal. There are so many arrests that are happening currently. Now they want to arrest General Tlamkwanasi. If these allegations are true, people should just wake up. I think we'll have more marches from now on if that general is arrested. I'm just thinking. I'm not saying it's going to be like that, but people love General Tlamkwanasi, so I think it's going to be like that. Secondly, I don't like the way they're treating General Fanny Masemola. It's just wrong. The IDEC wants to embarrass the general. They keep on embarrassing him. Tell me why he's charged alongside the likes of Vusi Muziket Matlala. He was added there as number 17 accused, but they're stating that he contravened the Public Management Act. He's appearing there with those corrupt top officials of the SAPS. It was just embarrassing seeing him in court. He recently appeared in court and he was just standing there, and the case was postponed to 26th of June. And they're doing this thing deliberately. I'm telling you, they're doing this thing deliberately. Why embarrass the man who cancelled that contract? Yes, maybe there was an oversight somewhere, but honestly speaking, I don't even like the new acting National Commissioner Timpani. That woman was under finance, meaning she's the one, she was approving those purchase orders so that Vusi Muziket Matlala can get his money. And where's the committee that sat down and decided to award Vusi Muziket Matlala that controversial 360 million rand? IDEC is so wrong for this. Nobody is questioning why Winnie Mandela Lead was interviewing her husband, and her husband is working there, and we should just say nothing. Share your views on this one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.